Hello folks, Mike here. Alright, we've got a problem that we need to deal with this Luxe. So I've removed the grip frame. We've got a leak, so I'm going to air her up. It doesn't leak right now. So if I turn the visor off, alright, so this is the issue that we have going on right now. You can hear that puffing. It's not even really cycling. So if I try to turn the regulator up, we just get that that leaking and that hissing. So now we need to try to see if we can isolate the problem. All right, I'm going to do that by seeing if it's if the problem is in the engine or if the problem is in the grip frame. So I'm going to throw in my core that I know is really good. Okay, now we got the same issue. So if I try to turn the velocity up, alright. So next I'm going to check somewhere in between here and there. Now if I didn't have this extra test bolt, then I still wouldn't be really any further in knowing, you know, if the problem was in the engine or if the problem was here. Now if I threw my good engine in there and all of a sudden everything worked fine, I would know that the problem was in here. But we got to start from scratch. So
moving on, powering off.
We need to take some things apart and find out what's going on. First we need to take off the eyes. Those of you with older guns, I mean, even the newer guns, be real careful with these grip frame screws, not to. Grip frame. Actually, they are grip frame screws. Not to be over tightening them and stripping them out. Just go nice and snug. Alright, now if I actually had a little regulator, I could screw this in and put the bolt in and see where the leak is, but I don't have one of those regulators. Those of you who have the old CP regulator, you can get an ASA with a macro line and throw the bolt back in here. You can actually air it up manually, and if you have a Parker solenoid, you can push this button to manually fire, and that way you can try and pinpoint if the leak is here or if the leak's going to be in here somewhere. So I'm going to check check to make sure the grip frame is not bent. And in looking at this, it does look like it is slightly bent. I can see a gap. Okay, so in getting further into this gun, I was getting a grip frame leak. I replaced the O-rings, made sure that everything was tight in between here, and it was still leaking, which led me to look at the grip frame to see if it was bent or not. So what I got was a straight edge and placed the grip frame on the straight edge, and between this point, the point where it seals, and this ridge here on the grip frame, it should be nice and evenly straight. And when I put this on here, it was not. It had a slight bow to it, and this piece that matches up with the body had a gap. So I straightened the frame back out, and now it's perfectly flush. So now that we have that finished, let's put her back together and see if that fixed the problem. Make my little fish hook. Feed that puppy back in there. As it goes in, make sure I'm not pinching my eye wire. Nope. Just going to run that down, just using the fingers until I feel it stop. Put this one in. Oh, shit. Pardon me. Run that until it stops. I'm not going to crank it down, but I'm just going to give it a nice little snug. Give it a nice little snug. Plug my eye wire back in. Plug my solenoid in. And check for the little tangs. Make sure I match it up right. Should plug in nice and easy. Throw my grip frame in it. Throw my engine back in it. Just fix the grip frame. And let's air her up and see what we find.
Powering on. Welcome to the Luxe experience. Battery level 75%. Firing mode PSP.
No leaks, that's good.
Vision off.
No leaks, now it's firing. No leaks, so that's what we had. We had air coming from here, and as it turned out, it wasn't the O-ring. It was actually a slightly warped frame, and that could have been from taking a nasty dive. But using a special proprietary process that the master Rich Hance, DLX Master Tech, taught me, and Daryl Trent and Don from Doodlebug Sports collectively showed me a cool process, and we got her straightened back out. So there we have her. We were able to save this guy, not have to buy another grip frame, and she'll live to shoot another day. So any questions, feel free to email me, Mike at mustachepaintball.com, and check out my website, mustachepaintball.com. Appreciate it. Thank you.